Pete Hodgson. Order. I've called the Honourable Pete Hodgson.
Speaker, my question is the Prime Minister and reads, does he stand by his statement to the New Zealand Herald last year that he has put certain assets into a blind trust that is, quote, so blind I haven't got a clue what's in it, close quote?
The Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, yes.
Speaker,
The Honourable Pete Hodgson.
how can that be, given that the public now knows that he can access the details through Whitechapel Limited whenever he wants to by going to the company's office website?
The Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the member is incorrect. I refer him to the legal opinion I tabled last week. Well, if the member wants to call these lawyers and Bruce Gray QC, who peer-reviewed it, a liar, she's welcome to, but I suggest she does it outside the House, and good luck with that one. Be brave and go out. And I refer to point 5, which says Whitechapel Limited is the trustee of the Aldgate Trust and may or may not act as a trustee for other trusts. It is impossible to look at Whitechapel and know who those assets are held for.
The Honourable Pete Hodgson.
If I can find what is in his trust any day of the week by going to Whitechapel Limited, where I find only assets that were in his name at one time and never any other assets in the economy, why does he persist with the fiction that he cannot?
The Honourable Prime Minister.
Speaker, because I'm accurate, Whitechapel is a trustee. It is a trustee for the Aldgate Trust, but may also be a trustee for other trusts and may well have sold those assets. I have no knowledge of that.
The Honourable Pete Hodgson.
Supplementary, Mr. Speaker. Can the Prime Minister confirm that Whitechapel Limited current...
Order. Order.
Can the...
Order. The member is entitled to ask his question. The Honourable Pete Hodgson.
Can the Prime Minister confirm that the assets held by Whitechapel Limited concern wine assets, dairy assets and real estate assets, all of which used to be in the Prime Minister's name, and that Whitechapel Limited contains no other assets whatsoever?
The Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, no. And Whitechapel is a trustee company. It's a trustee company for the Aldgate Trust as supplied in the legal opinion. And as I say to point 5, may or may not act as a trustee for other trusts. It is physically impossible for anyone to know who it holds those assets for.
Question number 12, Shane Ardern.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Food Safety. What progress has been made on reforming New Zealand's food legislation?
The Honourable Kate Wilkinson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm pleased to advise that the House that a food bill modernising our food legislation has been introduced to the House. This is a comprehensive reform giving consumers better and more consistent protection while giving food businesses more certainty and removing unnecessary requirements.
A supplementary question to the Minister of Food Safety. What effect will the food bill have on community fundraising activities?
Honourable Kate Wilkinson.
Mr. Speaker, well, for a start, Mr. Speaker, the Kiri jam makers will be able to make jam, and the sausages will be back on the sizzle in Timaru without unnecessary bureaucratic rules.